all you want to do is bitch and complain about how the MCU is mad woke now. Shut the fuck up. Just watch the shit, bro. It's just so annoying.
Clarence. Oh, my self-care routine is one for the ages. You feel me? Shout out to
self-care routines are like crucial, especially at this age. You can't be.
Speaking of self-care, I got a question for you, Khadijah.
Yes.
So, I was watching the TikTok of this couple. They're being interviewed, and the guy interviewing him asked the dude, "If a man were to slap your woman's ass, what would you do?"
Wait, what? Like a man you don't know? Like
a man
stranger?
You don't know? Like you guys are out and some random man just slaps your ass. What do you expect your man to do? That's the question.
At that, well, okay.
That is great. That's a great question.
My thing is, I would like my man to say something, but it's also like I'm the type of female like hold my purse real quick. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like I got it, but then I would like my man to like no, you good. Like me, you know.
So
I would want it to be a united front.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So in the video, the girl goes, "Whoop his ass," and the dude was like, "Right away." The dude was like, "Right away."
No. Let's investigate because there has to be this. What's the rationale? Like, why did we do that?
She was like, it was white people too. She was like, "Whoop his ass." He was like,
"See."
Oh boy was like, "Right away."
There's a lot of factors.
Yeah, and now
I'm gonna be honest. I might swing. It depends how big the dude is.
Hey, you gotta examine the situation before you get into something.
If he got
cauliflower, he look like a dope boy.
If he got cauliflower ear, you could have him.
Oh nah, come on now.
That's slide.
Come on now.
Let's slide. I'ma say something, but I ain't gonna fight you.
Yeah. If I don't know the man, I'm be like, hey brother, I'm sure you didn't really know the situation. But this is my woman, so I'ma just respectfully ask you apologize. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to start nothing. If somebody I know on some disrespect, even if I don't know, but they know, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's on and popping. It's on and popping if it's somebody. If I just know your name, it's on and popping. You know what I'm saying? Like you know the situation. If you know me, then you know who I with. Like I ain't with nobody else.
Sir, I'm sure you didn't mean to, but can you just like please apologize, sir?
Look, bro, I know you ain't know the situation going on right here, Playboy. So I'm gonna just ask if you can please just apologize to my lady because I don't want no problems with you.
I'm dead.
I hit him with the hey. I hit him with the hey, bro. What the fuck you doing?
Hey, bro, always works.
And if they get disrespectful,
less words.
And then if they swing, then if they get disrespectful, I swing. Just out of respect for my woman.
That's such an interesting question.
Honestly, a swing is not worth it anymore. The headache for swinging on somebody is crazy. No. It's not even worth it. You punch a nigga in the face, and next thing you know, you gotta deal with all this fucking legal fees, court. You might get locked up. It's like a whole thing. Like it's like,
hey, damn, ass is getting expensive, huh? Damn.
Yeah. Ass whoop it. Like you have to whoop his ass and run.
Yeah, you gotta whoop his ass and flee the scene.
Yeah, you gotta run.
It's the fact that y'all are saying this dead ass serious.
Perfectly.
And when the police pull up, everybody around be like, man, I ain't see nothing.
I don't know what you talking about.
It's crazy.
Head all bruised up. Put your hands behind your back. I don't know what you put your hands in your pocket. I don't know what you talking about, sir. I seen him run that way.
I don't even see. Zigzags. I don't even know who. I don't even see a man laying on the floor right now.
Oh my God!
I didn't even know that.
Oh my Lord!
Oh my stars. I am fucking dead. I hate y'all. It's like, and we out back. Come on, let's go.
And you just like in that case, you just gotta like explain. Wow, girl, I ain't got time for this. Gotta go.
But depending on the shoes she got on, hey, I'm gonna meet you at the car.
Let's go.
I will take the heels off. Girl, you better kick them heels somewhere in this club.
Hey, hold it and let's go.
We gonna buy. I'll buy you a new pair. Let's go. I paid $1,500 for some shoes, but I ain't paying $1,500 for no damn. Not for no damn misdemeanor.
God. Hey, heavy on a misdemeanor.
So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode the No Clears podcast, where we realized it's a safe place to shoot the shit.
Oop, it froze.
That's what I like to say. I am your host, Tyler, man. I'm here with the queen herself, Khadijah. You know what I'm saying? She's had a long day. You know, school has
hence
started.
The like untied shirt. Like I look like a nigga just got off jury duty.
Just got out of court.
You got
I beat the case, y'all.
You got the Janelle Monáe, Janet Jackson vibe going right now with the outfit.
No, it was like a tie, but like a
tie.
It was like a girl tie, like
Damn, they got you niggas dressing up to teach, huh?
Hey, can we talk about it?
Hey, just one time, pull up with a sweatsuit. Just one time. Hoodie.
Hey, okay, so this is a joke I've been telling people at work, and I think they think I'm joking and I'm being dead ass. So when people have asked me, like, hey, how's like work going? I'm like, let me set the scene for you. I got a velvet jumpsuit on, one leg scrunched up, do-rag, black and mild on my lip, Newport in the do-rag. That's my vibe. That's the energy. Heavy on the black and mild. Half my kids are on a cigarette break. It's like,
that's hilarious.
Love it.
Not the cigarette break.
Talking about, hey, you want to bum a smoke? Like, hey, we're doing nap.
Bum a smoke.
Do you want to have a lighter? Like, no, we're doing math.
Hey, yo, teach, you got any squares?
Hey, heavy. I teach on the south side of Houston. It's very different.
Once again, we appreciate you for what you do. You know what I'm saying? We also got Jay in the building, my brother, my dog.
What's up?
Light skin assassin, whatever that means.
Hey, I like that. hey, we got Jalen's rap name. Boom.
L.A.
Light skin assassin.
I'm gonna change his name in my phone. Light skin assassin.
Oh man,
I kind of like it. You know, I like anime and shit.
Hey, that's such an anime name.
Assassin is very crucial to anime.
Yo,
very crucial. There's always an assassin. There's always an assassin.
I think we have an anime show. I mean, we got a premise, the light skinned assassin.
You give me some time. I write it out. I write out some ideas. It gotta get a little bizarre.
We just need a nice. We start with a comic book. You know what I'm saying? We just need a real nice cover. You know what I'm saying? But
can anybody write a comic book? You could just like write one.
Anybody
make one.
You just got you gotta get it published. You know, you got
you just gotta get someone who knows how to draw, and then you could like there's illustrators and writers, so like they work together usually. So like Ta-Nehisi Coates, he writes a lot of Black Panther comics, and I think he's writing another comic right now too.
Big shout out to Ta-Nehisi Coates.
He don't know how to draw, but he got a good illustrator to do that.
Got it.
Did you ever?
But he's illustrating his ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever read Ta-Nehisi Coates' book Between the World and Me?
I read it for a couple pages.
It's the blackest of blackety black books ever read in my life. I just,
what makes it so black?
Man, he just tries to refer everything to being black, and it's quite hilarious. But it's cool because he grew up. Wait, he grew up in shit. I don't know where he grew up, but he went to Howard University, and then he talks about like PG County cops and like really shits on them. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But
shout out to Howard one time.
Yeah, you got it. It feels. I don't want to call it Hotep, but it feels real. Like it's just black.
It's on the cusp.
Hotep-esque.
Yeah, it's on the cusp for sure.
On the cusp of Hotepness. I own it. I own 2 copies.
Which one?
I didn't know Jada had a copy.
Oh, yeah.
I bought a copy not knowing Jada already had one in our bookshelf. So I was like, you got 2.
Before we get into our main topic of this week's episode, we have a segment for Jalen today. Jay, it's your anime. No, my bad. Jay, it's your what the fuck we call this shit? Anyway, you get to geek out. You get to fucking nerd out.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
we got to figure out a name for it. For those who listening, we're gonna give Jalen a segment to nerd out.
I already got it. Jalen's Nerd Corner.
Okay.
No, that's too
better.
basic.
We need something better.
We're gonna go to the drawing boards on that one.
Okay,
go ahead,
I was
just
workshopping. I was working shopping. Have y'all seen She-Hulk
time for Jalen's nerd corner.
Dim the lights, y'all. Dim the lights.
Yes, set the mood. Have y'all seen She-Hulk?
I watched first episode.
No.
You watched the first episode?
Yeah.
What is it on? Hold on.
Disney Plus.
Hey, we'll watch it today. Go ahead.
By the way, it's only been one episode. I just want to prove.
Yeah, it's only been one episode.
What you gonna say.
But I ain't got no gripes with the show itself. I think it's okay. It's fine. Okay. It does its purpose.
It's only been one episode.
But these limp dick bitch ass niggas, I'm getting sick of it. Every time the MCU does a new thing, have a woman lead or a person of color lead, is always an issue.
Did you say limp dick?
Yes, these limp dick weak ass men. I'm dead at there's some bitch ass niggas. I'm dead serious.
Limp dick?
Yes, these fucking soft ass niggas who are fucking mad insecure and just got just because they hear a woman talk about her life, it's like, oh, this is super woke, this and that. So in the episode, she has this whole monologue basically just describing how, like, as a woman, she's already knows how to control her anger because in the workplace, like, she got to deal with passive aggressiveness, people not valuing her, misogyny, all this shit. She just explaining her experience and how she knows how to control anger, and all these men are upset, talking about, this is so woke. This is so woke. I was like, yo, you know why this shit so woke? Because you nerdy ass niggas don't know shit outside of comics. Y'all don't know nothing about fucking society. So, like, they have to hold your hand through the shit. They try to do this subtle, but y'all niggas don't get the hint. So they gotta hold your hand and walk your asses through this shit, and all you want to do is bitch and complain about how the MCU's mad woke now. Shut the fuck up. Just watch the shit, bro. It's just so annoying. It pisses me off. It makes me mad. Like, just watch the show. They did the same shit with Miss Marvel. They're talking about, it's this and that. The shit was a kid show, nigga. Shut the fuck up and watch the children's show. It's a kid show. Fucking She-Hulk's for women. They make it for women. Yes, it could be a little disingenuous, but they're trying to prove a point to you niggas that y'all got to show respect to women.
Tyler,
Talk about, she contradicting herself because when she first got her powers, these dudes were catcalling her and she got angry. So how she can't really control her anger? Nigga, she didn't know she had her powers. That's why she changed, you dumb motherfuckers. It don't make no sense. Talking about, that's bad writing. Bad writing. Nigga, bad writing is explaining shit to you every 10 seconds. They showing you and not telling you. That's how you write something good. They show, don't tell. It's called exposition for a reason. When you do too much exposition in a show, it's bad.
That's a big word.
You ever notice in a movie when they just tell the whole plot of the movie?
Okay.
That's not good. Okay. They didn't do that shit. They showing you. I'm just saying, I'm just upset. I was frustrated today on TikTok. I got in an argument with some white man over this nonsense and I need to cuss somebody out. I was
give yourself a round of applause, Jay. What are sound effects, man? Oh my goodness.
Do you want to start a remote podcast? Well, we have the perfect website for you. Riverside.fm, where you can record remote podcasts and video interviews in studio quality from anywhere. Used by over 70,000+ creators and Fortune 500 firms. Riverside allows you to upload your video and audio while recording on your web browser itself. That means you don't have to download any apps onto your computer. Riverside also allows you to edit your video and audio on the platform and cut up clips from your recording for social media. So if you're thinking of starting a podcast, it's as easy as clicking the link in the description. Thank you. Now let's get back to the show.
Hey, brother.
I was just mad. I needed to get it off my chest, man.
I want to name something. Jalen is doesn't always say shit with his chest, right? And I mean, this is not new. If you're new here, welcome. But that was something that was look as he takes a guzzle. But that was so well said. I think sometimes people over woke shit. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't have to be a woke moment. It's just like a damn, okay. Right? Like you just lock it in. But I think woke is now become this buzzword of like, oh, I'm woke, I'm aware, I'm alert. And it's like then we get too alert or we're too aware.
Amen.
It's like, no, you just need to sit there and like take it in.
My thing is just because they give a moment for them to get on their fucking high horse and explain the experiences of these people, these disadvantaged people of color, people, these, you know what I'm saying? Like, just sit back and listen. They're doing it for a reason, because you don't know. And then just because you think you know, every time you hear, you be like, oh, we don't need to hear that. Yes, you do.
Yeah, because you're not really listening.
Exactly.
You're not actively listening.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't find it woke strictly because it was a white woman. But that's just me. I was like, that's just what she going through.
Yeah. No,
that's a good question. That poses a good question. Can something be woke if it's in relation to someone of the palm?
Like, I guess she's a woman, but to say it's woke, and then, I'm just being real particular here. But I would, to me, her talking about what she was going through, I was like, okay, I mean, she is a lawyer. I was like, people gonna question a lawyer. If you're not questioning lawyers, what the fuck is we doing?
No, valid.
But that's just my perspective. But I get it. I get it from what you're saying, Jay.
It's just annoying because, like, every time somebody has gets on a platform and explain their gripes, it's like, oh, why is it so woke? It's like, because sometimes you need to hear what the fucking person's gripe is or what they go through, just so you are aware of what they go through, so you know how to move around them. You know what I'm saying? How to show them respect.
Comics have been doing this since the beginning of time, though.
Yes, and then they say, "Oh, they over politicize these shows." Comic books are mad political. If you read the shit,
I was just about to say,
they always put medicine in the candy. Comics have always put medicine.
Exactly. Fucking the reason they made Black Green Lantern is they put in the book this black man cussed out the white Green Lantern, talking about how come every time something goes down, you save green people, yellow people, blue people, all these other people. What you do for black people? That wasn't a comic book in the 90s. In the 90s.
Say it again.
Shut the fuck up with the fucking shit like that. It's just so annoying.
I hate Gentile.
In the 90s. That's right.
So annoying. It just makes me sick. This fandom shit, these fucking crackers who love all this nerdy shit are just mad ignorant.
I mean, luckily Marvel know what they doing when they drop these episodes, and they really don't give two shits. So, like, I it is what it is, though. Like, I'm glad you got the rant, my brother. I'm glad you got to get it. I
practiced it in the shower.
Nice job. That was really good, though, Jalen. That was really well thought out.
Appreciate you.
Look at him. The light-skinned assassin, y'all.
Ooh,
out here killing y'all niggas.
Find a sound effect for that. Maybe like a silence. Like a silencer, like a gun. Like
ooh, that's actually a good idea. Well, now I want to be an anime character. I'm thinking of my name. Go ahead, proceed.
We gotta get your nephew to make us into anime characters.
Hey, that shit will be fun. Don't worry about it. We're giving too much information. Don't worry about it.
A little bit.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm sorry.
All right, man. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate those words. I'm proud of you. That was fly. That was fly.
I had to get it off my chest.
Khadijah, we weren't able to talk to you yesterday about what we were talking about today, but I'll just ask. You got HBO Max?
Yes, I sure do.
Okay, so
living the luxury life.
Shout out to my in-laws, cable.
Hey, niggas is gonna nig.
So Khadijah, have you seen a show called Sweet Life? It's executive produced by Issa Rae. It's on HBO, which, by the way, Issa is straight up running HBO at this point.
Hey, I'm into rap shit.
You watching rap shit?
The crazy thing with HBO right now, the fact that what HBO is going through right now, canceling mad shows, Issa Rae still holding the line.
Hey,
bro,
still holding strong.
I recommend watching Sweet Life. It's like this show. It's a reality show about just a group of black people in their like early 20s. They're all like, they all work, but they're all like entrepreneurs trying to like just
grind.
Yeah, getting their status up, and somehow they be taking trips all the time. I don't know how the fuck they do it, but
hey, add that up for me.
So there's a crazy storyline that's going on at the end of season 2 that I really want to talk about. Now I'm gonna have to explain this. Hopefully I explained it as well as I explained it to Jay yesterday. Okay.
Okay.
So here's the main characters in this situation, right? There's this girl named Ty Lynn. She is like, she big baller entrepreneur. Like she really got her shit together. She has a boyfriend named Jalen. Shit, you
See,
not.
I told you that name is so fucking common.
It's spelled different. It's spelled different. She got a boyfriend named Jaylyn.
I'm dead. Why? He's black.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta stop doing this.
Hold on, y'all.
I got a lot to say. I got Detroit, and he told me everyone's named Jalen out there.
I got a lot to say. So
Jalen with a Y is girlfriend's.
So now Jalen got a cousin named Kaylin. Okay, and he has a girlfriend named Candace. Okay, now Candace.
How the fuck we supposed to keep
Hold on now. Candace and Ty Lynn are like best friends. Okay, so here's the dynamic we got here. We got two cousins and two best friends. Okay, this is where we going. Now, Jalen been wanting to have a baby with Ty Lynn for a while now. He been like, yo, I want to have a baby with you. I feel like I'm ready. And she was like, yo, I feel like I need to do some more personal work. I think you should go to therapy. I think we both need to do therapy because I don't want to have a baby and we not on the same page. And also, I would like to have a ring on my finger before we start having babies.
Period.
So check this.
Period.
Tylen's having like a spa day with Candace. So they start talking about how Jalen wanted a baby, and it's like she was telling her like what she wanted before that's a possibility. And Candace told her like, yo, it's crazy you saying that because Kaylin told me about 4 years ago to come off birth control so my body could be right. Now, mind you, she did it, but he ain't, mind you, they've been together for another 4 years after that. He ain't made no type of steps forward to be like, yo, I'm more committed to you or whatnot. So she's like, it's been 4 years since that happened. He ain't really he ain't really even thinking about marriage. So she's pretty much like, I don't want to have a baby to no man I'm not married to. So you gonna have to put a condom on. After 4 years, she's so.
Damn.
So they had this conversation, right? So Candace goes to Kaylin and is like, yo, I just don't want no child right now. And I know we've been doing this for 4 years, but unless we get married from here on out, when we have sex, you're going to have to put a condom on. And he was just like, yo, I'm going to be ready when I'm ready. It's all on God's time. Like, he kept saying it's all about God's timing. And he was just like, I don't like the fact that you trying to force me to do something. He talking about marriage. You try to force me to do something when the program been going fine. So then what's crazy is they all take a group trip to Mexico, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, the whole squad. So Jalen is like at this bar with Kaylin and a couple other dudes, and Jay like, yo, y'all, I started looking at rings. Like, for real, I'm serious about this. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying how, because Thailand, she wanted this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, I'm good with that. And Kaylin was like, yo, it's funny you say that because my girl came with me with some demands a couple of days ago talking the same stuff. And so after that, in the confessional, Jalen was like, yo, I'm starting to second guess this whole getting a ring thing now because it just seemed like they plotting on niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fuck.
Now, here's the thing. There's a couple more situations here. I'm going to get to it, right? So, they come back from the trip, and Candace is still adamant about Kaylin putting the condom on. And Kaylin was like, it's funny you say that because it just seemed like ever since you had this little conversation with Ty Lynn, now you trying to change the program. Because Jalen, he was like, Jalen was talking about getting rings, but then we was like, yo, hold on. Why all of a sudden, since this conversation happened, we gotta make these sacrifices. Like y'all not about to make us conform to y'all agenda. Now, you using all these big words. You're not about to make us conform to the agenda.
Dumb as hell.
This nigga sound crazy, right? But then so
it's fuck.
So Candace is like, damn, my girl was really about to be proposed to, and my man's like
ruined it.
Put his input in to like stop. Even though he a grown ass man, right? So then Candace tells Tylin. Candace told her friend was like, yo, your man's was about to propose, but I had to tell you this because I felt bad because Kaylin, my boyfriend, pretty much talked him out of doing it. And then Tylin went off. She was like, Jalen, come here. Or I think it was either Jalen or Kaylin. She talked to Kaylin. She was like, why you gonna tell my man not to do what do? And then Jalen came over. She mad at Jalen, and then she storms all crying, and that's how the season ended. So, I got questions.
I got questions first.
Fuck me, bro. What?
That's crazy, bro.
Okay, so first of all, Khadijah, let me get your take, because Jay, I know you had time to think about it. Khadijah, let me get your take on this situation.
My take is, I think that both parts, I think I get the women's mindset, right? Because I think for me personally, that's another reason. That's like a big thing for me is like, I cannot have no nigga's kid and not have a ring. And I know some people are like, oh, but it's just da-da-da. No. Marriage is a legally binding contract. It's a business move. I need to know that God forbid something happens to you, and this is not me killing my nigga off or anything like that, but God forbid something happens to you, we're good. I'm tired. I think us in the hood and this kind of this nigger marriage, we we live together, we stay together, but I can't get none of your benefits from your job. Let's say you have a pension. There's nothing that you're leaving me behind legally. Right? Because we're not married. So marriage is like this business contract that assists me and my kids. I want to know that I'm straight, like if God forbid something happens to you, depending on your line of work. So when I say I need a ring before marriage, it's not for the wedding. It's more so for the business and the protection it provides. I want to name that.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand the women being like, nah, I'm not having a kid until I have a ring. Hear you, understand that. I also think that who was Cadence?
Kaylin.
God damn. Ghetto ass nigga.
Lens, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Jesus
God damn.
Christ.
I think he's not mature in his mentality. I think the fact that your boy comes to you like, yo, I'm ready to commit to my girl. I'm, down for it. I know that, I want kids with her. And my thing is, if a man wants kids with you, he wants a future with you.
Yeah.
That's my assumption, right?
For sure.
So this is not something that he's like, well, I guess I'll do it. No, this is something that he wants as well. He just wasn't thinking about necessarily the order. Men don't have a sense of time. And it's not a bad thing. It's just you think time doesn't exist. You'll waste years and months with a bitch because it doesn't exist to you. So, and this is no shade, but this is facts. No, Niggas will not like a bitch, but be fucking around with her for fucking years. Y'all don't have no sense of time and y'all don't give a fuck. And it's fine. But so I think him being like, yo, I'm ready to do this, for his homeboy to be like, nah, that's fishy. It was just childish. You should have seen that as your boy is ready to step up to the plate. You're not. No shade to you. And it's not to ambush you. It just so happens that the two girls were confiding in each other. But I think it shows in him his insecurity, maybe him not feeling secure as a man. So that's why he's not feeling ready to marry her. And it also could be something where it's like, damn, you enjoy raw sex and now you got to wrap the willy. And that's probably you're bitter and being childish about that. I think either way, I think Jalen with the Y should definitely still do it. And I don't think he should allow somebody childish and clearly not on the same level as him mentally to sway him from making a decision that ultimately he wanted to do anyway. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Jalen? Without a Y?
From a Jalen to another Jalen, that nigga should not let any other man dictate what he plans to do with the woman he wants to marry.
I will reference this.
You don't go to your boys. You don't go.
No, let him finish.
You don't go to your boys to tell him you thinking about getting a ring if you ain't already thought about it for a couple weeks, days.
Okay.
Like I didn't come to you, Tyler, to talk about getting a ring till I actually thought about it myself.
What? Hold on now.
I didn't come to you. I didn't come to you about buying a ring until I actually thought about it myself.
Until you
like I came to you to tell you, like, hey, bro, I'm thinking about proposing.
Dang, Tyler was ready, boy.
No, I just had the wording was a little, but I get it.
Yeah, I had to reword that.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to reference this with like the fact that Jalen is like Caden's like an older brother than him, so he really do take his word to heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
clearly, but it's like, hey, you have your own ball sack. He has his own.
Caitlyn just mad because he can't raw dog his woman no more.
I really think that's what it is. And it's fucking childish. It's dumb as fuck.
How you gonna tell a woman, oh, get your body right so we could potentially have a baby, but then not plan to propose in any time soon? Like in 4 years. And then get mad when she's like, hey, I don't want to have a baby unless we're married. And then get mad.
My thing is, I think because it was 4 years, it's like, hey, I've given you ample time to kind of come up with a plan, lay shit out, let me know, okay, by year 4, this is what we looking like. But you've given me none of that. I've given you the benefit of the doubt. I've let you enjoy raw sex for 4 fucking years, and there's nothing to show for it.
Also, Caitlin's girl low-key a follower. Just from this scenario. I don't know how she is in the show. She's a follower. The only reason she gonna bring this scenario to her man is because her best friend did it.
Well,
like you couldn't think of that on your own.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it was more so maybe like because of the way he's describing the guy's relationship. Maybe she thought like, oh no, now he's gonna get it together.
I think it's. I don't think it's something that just like sparked in her head. I do think it was one of them situations where it's like, I mean, sometimes talking to your peoples is kind of a reality check. Like, the situation I'm in kind of just ain't really doing good for me. And like, so this is one question I have. Like, in a relationship, like, are you allowed to change your mind? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, for instance, they've been together 4 years, have raw sex. Mind you, they ain't had no kid, but also I don't know what happened in them 4 years. You know what I'm saying? She could have
that's valid.
Abortion. She could have had Plan B. True. She could have done all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, are you allowed to really make drastic changes?
Shout out Planned Parenthood one time.
Also, how long were they together before he had that request of her?
Great question. Great question. Either way, it feels like it's been a long time. I feel like
it's been long enough.
See, but I also feel like niggas like, I'm gonna give you a baby, right? Like they say it to be like, was he dead ass like, hey, I want a kid, or was he saying, know what I mean?
So Jalen definitely been wanting a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, but the other one, the one that's raw dog.
I think Kaylin was saying raw dog because birth control. And I ain't trying to mansplain birth control to you. I'm just saying.
To the audience you are. Yeah, I know how
birth control definitely can alter a woman's body. It like can change their mood. They start breaking out. It be all types of shit. So I feel like he was like, yo, why don't you just stop taking it? So you get your body back regular. But it's like, fam.
This nigga sounded like he saw an Instagram post about birth control and was like, damn, bro, I gotta get my girl off that. Like, had no research behind it.
I mean, I
hate niggas.
Okay. Some other questions here, right? Is it easier as a man, Jay? Do you feel like is it easier as a man for you to step up to the plate and raise a child, and step up to the plate and marry a woman you committed to?
Easier to get married.
Now I don't want you to think about it in the sense of what you doing. I want you to think about it in the sense of like what you see from like just as a man in general. I know you can't represent every nigga.
Yeah, but like it's easier to get married for sure than to have a baby. You know how expensive a child is? I've been saying this before I proposed. Babies are at least $1 million each. I ain't got $1 million. That's expensive. Babies is a baby. You got to protect someone else's completely life. Like that's someone's life you're in like protecting. Like if you fuck up, the baby could die. Like so much shit could just kill a baby by accident.
Or the baby could be in 3rd grade and not know how to read because you're not doing what you need to do for the child.
Yeah. So it was interesting because the conversations being had was like, so if I had a kid today, what would you do? And he'd be like, I gotta step up, be a man about to raise a kid. And she was like, so why can't you step up in this relationship? Like I don't understand the situation. This episode is brought to you by the good people at No Clearance. All right, go to noclearancepod.com/shop. We have merchandise for you to wear. Please support the brand. Okay, we got our new clearance collection. All right, with the Defy the Trends, Be the Standard shirts, as well as the No Clearance shirt and the Superior No Clearance shirt with the dad hats. Dad hats are selling big. Okay. So please make sure you go to noclearancepod.com/shop. Buy you some merch to support the podcast so we can get bigger and better every week. Thank you. Back to the show.
You see what I'm saying? And it also, my thing is, there was this post or this married couple. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. But this woman gave her man the same thing. Like, hey, you want to start a family, but you don't have a 5-year plan. Like, you want to, be in a relationship with me. You want to be married, but you don't have a 5-year plan. Where the fuck are we going? And I think that's what it is. At the end of the day, women need to know, like, if you're going to lead, I need to know you're ready to lead. Like, don't say it and then you're not about it. If you're going to step up to the plate and do that, cool. What's your 5-year plan? If you're not where you want to be, right, which is valid, you don't have to be in the, like, said position at the moment. But if you're not, okay, what are you doing to get there? Like, what's your 5-year plan?
Now, do you feel like, do you
obviously
feel
Jalen
like,
don't got one because it took him 4 years to try and get a baby.
You know what I mean?
Do you feel,
I don't think his swimmers might be not swimming. Maybe.
I don't know. Either that or pull out game.
Maybe you're impotent.
Pull out game must be
strong as fuck. Yeah.
Do you feel like, or Jay, as a man, do you feel like you make more? And then if you feel like I'm getting too personal, let me know. Do you feel like you make more compromises in your relationship than your woman?
I feel like all relationship in itself is compromises. Everyone, both.
No, I get what you're saying.
Compromises. I don't know. I don't keep count. Personally,
I get what I know. I get what you're saying, but
Tyler's saying, "Are you trying to sleep on the couch or are you trying to sleep on the bed?" That's what he's. Tyler's trying to set you up here. Don't fall for it.
Part of the problem was, especially Jalen, feeling like, "Yo, I make so many compromises for you." Mm-hmm. This time, he said, I kind of stopped looking because I just want to like think how does this benefit me for a while? I just want to make sure I'm good with it first.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
This Jalen fella, I tell you.
Yo, this nigga was like,
he sound responsible.
This nigga from the hood and ended up, getting out of that life, becoming an EMT. It's crazy situation.
EMTs,
but
that's
from the streets to the EMT. That's crazy.
I
mean, he gonna know how to treat a fucking gun wound, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He gonna keep that baby alive. He could probably birth the baby.
You're right. Hey, and the hospital bill for a baby is crazy. Before you take that motherfucker home, it's crazy.
But no,
hopefully he works for a good company because I know some EMTs struggling.
I know every relationship. I know every relationship is different, but do you feel like men make more compromises in a relationship than a woman, respectively?
That's a good question. I don't know. Never thought about it. I feel like both sides are just compromising so much. It's like you can't really like count who does compromise more than others. I feel like if you feel as if you're compromising more than your woman, you need to have a conversation.
That's something you need to name. Like you shouldn't.
Yeah. You shouldn't hold that in. If you feel like you do more, but for each side, if you feel like you're doing more, you need to address that. Like, hey, I feel like I've compromised my whole life, my whole being to be with you.
I feel like a man compromising looks different than a woman though. I feel like a man compromising is just being like,
okay, I'll wash the dishes.
Nah, not even that. Not even that. It could be a thing like, man, he probably just let so much shit slide and forget about it right there. He don't even realize he compromised. You know what I'm saying?
I'd be happy.
There's something that could get on your nerves, and you just be like, "Shit, it is what it is." That's just what she be. If she doing
okay, but girls do that too. Women do it too.
No, women do it too, but then they also bring it up. Like they'll let you know, but then they'll forget.
They remember it.
Hey, remember my mom said I shouldn't fuck with you because you broke, and I still was fucking with you. Now look at you.
But it be like, it is what it is. My mom's be tripping, and he'll totally forget the fact that he just made a compromise.
You hit it with she hit you with the, your dick ain't the biggest.
Hey,
that don't matter though.
I think that's actually a good question. But I agree with Jalen though. I think if you're at that point where you feel like it's really like not even like, but it's like that much of a difference, well then shit, it's time to have a conversation. And if you have a conversation and Shorty ain't feeling it and she's real, because I will say I ride for my girls, but I will say that some women are immature, right? Yeah. And so you need to name that too. Like, are you willing to deal with that? And if you feel like, hey, she's not hearing me, I'm doing all this compromising, and you talking to a brick wall, unfortunately, right lover, wrong time. And maybe that's when you got to separate and then come back.
Ain't nothing worse than an immature woman. I feel like immature women are worse than immature men.
Oh, 1,000%.
Because I just see, speaking of that, I just seen the TikTok the other day where a woman was talking about like, oh, if my man laughs too hard at his friend's joke, that nigga gay. And that was like the most immature shit I ever heard.
You know what I mean? That's dumb as fuck.
Like I was like, that's crazy. And they were like, do you really mean that? It's like, no, because I know that will hurt his feelings. That make him mad. And it's like, why say things like that? Why use it as an insult?
But you know what I mean? Immature girls just go there, and it's like you don't need to go there.
Yeah.
You don't need to emasculate your man to like take him down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So okay, I got another question for y'all. It's all based off of these scenarios here.
No, these are really good questions.
How much of your relationship do you tell your best friend? I'm talking about your best friend.
That's a tough thing because I asked you that yesterday. I formed that when we were talking. I was like, what's the line? What don't you tell your friends? Because that's like the scenario I was thinking of, like when you vent to your friends about your significant other the whole time, your friends ain't gonna like them. So it's like,
I feel like okay, so here's the thing, right? Women, I feel like if women give negative reports to their friends about their man, that woman would actually like say something to that nigga.
Yeah.
And it's like,
very much so.
You realize she's still with me. Like, it ain't like you don't know everything that I do. You know what I'm saying?
You just know the bad.
I feel like the brothers will complain, but at least you know, like, I mean, that's his lady, bro. I ain't finna disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna mind my business. That's not my business.
It's go ahead.
I was gonna say, sorry to interrupt you. I was gonna say, for men, when men usually vent to their boys about their women, men understand it because they all feel the same way about their girls. Like they're just venting to be venting. Like when Tyler be venting about his wife, I'd be like, I do the same thing. Like everybody does it. Everybody has their moments. It's like the outlet, but we don't. I don't judge. I don't judge you. I don't judge Drew for what you vented to me about, and you don't judge me for what I vented to you about. I mean, judge my woman to what I vented you about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like women.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say like a blanket statement about women. I feel like when women do it, I feel like
for the most part,
it's easier. I feel like women cut niggas off quicker than men cut women off. They be like, oh, this nigga ain't shit. He do this and that to my girl. I don't like how he does her like that and this and that.
I will say I think it goes back to maturity. Like the older I get, the more I'm like, you don't need to know that. You know what I mean? Like it goes down to like you said, like if I plan on after this like spat or moment, if I still plan on fucking with this dude, I can't, you know what I mean? Because I know like, hey, you're gonna be in spaces with my best friend. Like, and I don't want that dynamic or the feeling of like, That's that nigga who didn't wash the dishes, all that. You know what I mean? It's just not necessary. And it's also like, that's not a big deal. Like, yes, I'm going to be irritated in the moment, but you just got to like, hey, you know what? It's above me now. You know?
This is a prime example because you're best friends with my fiance. And I'm pretty sure she's vented to you about me numerous times.
And I've never
treated me different. And I know I've done some shit. You know what I'm saying?
You absolutely have. But like she's literally vented to me like while we've recorded sessions. So like, and I've not treated you different. But I think it's maturity.
Yeah.
Like you got to know how to navigate relationships. Like even down to like sexual shit. I don't tell my friends shit about the bedroom. I've just gotten to a point where I'm like, hey, that's kind of like a us thing. If it's great, if it's bad, that's a us thing. Like, I don't think, because I also feel bad too when females are like, oh, that nigga's dick is whack. And it's like, well, damn, maybe he had a hard day.
Yeah. What if,
maybe, you know what I mean?
Maybe he was nervous.
Maybe he was nervous.
Maybe he tired. And you couldn't give no energy.
Maybe
this nigga did a 40-hour week and he's like, damn, all right, babe, let's have sexy time.
Maybe what he ate, set him off, made him feel a little off,
Right. But I'm very,
Maybe he's dehydrated.
I think I'm going to start practicing just really giving, when niggas say how your wife doing, I think I'm going to really start just all positive reports. Just like, let me tell you about this woman right here.
Even if Drew just did some shit that grinds your last fucking nerves. Oh no, she's great. Yeah, she's.
But I'll tell you what, one thing I never do, or maybe I've done, but not on purpose. Like, I've never really talked bad about my wife to my family. I've never done that in my life.
Yeah,
I refuse it. Even if she done something like,
friends.
Yeah, even if she's done something like my father hates
to shake his spirit.
My father hate when water bottles left around the house, right? So sometimes my wife start drinking a bottle left around the house. My pop be like, man, who left this bottle right here? I be like, that's mine. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's romantic as shit.
I'll take the hit.
Yeah, I always take that. Like I refuse the hit. To let my family like they only gonna know like the greatest parts of her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
ain't nothing worse. Ain't nothing worse when your family dislikes a girl you're dating.
Oh yeah.
That's
horrible.
Awkward.
It's horrible. I'm gonna tell you, the devil. That's why.
Mind you,
devil.
Even if my mama loved my wife so much, even if I said something bad, she'd be like, "Boy, what is wrong with you?" Like I feel like my mother at this point.
She looking at you like, "No, you did crazy."
I feel like you only vent the bad, the negative to your closest of friends.
Yeah,
because they know, like, oh, he just mad. She just mad. Yeah, like she just need to get it out.
I know like we know how he feel about her. He just frustrated right now.
Yeah,
ain't no judgments. Yeah, that's a big fact.
But I think also you can't. But then my thing is you don't just vent to like some nigga down the street or some nigga you just met. You're venting to people that you. And this is I'm very big on this. Is like. I will only vent to people that I know are like here for the relationship. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, like good or bad, Tyler's here to like uplift your future marriage, right? You're here to uplift his marriage. That's how I feel about marriage in general. I think you can't, or a relationship in general is like, you got to make sure that these are people that like are not praying for the downfall or the demise of it. You got to be here for the whole ride. And these are people that's going to be like, hey, you know what? Hey, Jada just started grad school. You got to give that a second. Like, you know what I mean? Like people that are actually not praying for like, oh, well, I always thought she was a bitch. Or you know what I mean? Yeah. Because there are people like that. Yeah. And then that fucks up your marriage or relationship because of, somebody's spiteful or jealous for whatever reason it may be. So, yeah.
So what do you do in Candace's position?
Tyler be hitting with the, hey, bro, just breathe. Think about it real quick. Just think.
Oh, he talks like that. Hey, Khadijah. This man called me one time about it was like 12 o'clock at night. I swear.
God damn.
I said, I forgot. I know what he said, but I was like, nigga, is you crazy? If you don't apologize, I said, if you don't apologize, what the hell wrong with you?
Jalen. Fucking 12, Jalen.
Hey, my days are backwards. I sleep in the day. I'm a vampire.
Oh yeah, I forget. Wait. What were you gonna say, Tyler? You gonna ask another question?
Sorry.
If you in Candace's position, right, and you know, like some real good shit was about to happen to your girl, to your best friend.
I think Candace was right.
You think Candace was right to tell her friend that like Jalen was going to propose, but my man like convinced him otherwise?
Absolutely.
I think she's in the right. I think that's like really like responsible of her, like immature. Like it's like, yeah, I love my man, but like my man did something fucked up, and like I gotta own up to it because he would have never done that fucked up thing if we
had
didn't
it
have
not
our
been for me.
Yeah, exactly. So like it sounds she's a stand up girl. That's just a stand up woman right there.
I respect that.
I respect anyone who like owns up to their shit.
Okay. That's very interesting.
The only one in the wrong in this whole scenario is this Caleb nigga. Because he
he's dead wrong. I don't give a fuck.
He forced
He really did.
Just because you can't hit it raw, you're nasty. You know all the germs and all the juices and shit mixing. That's nasty. That's just nasty.
The juices mixing and shit.
It's germs and juices. Hold on.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
monkeypox is out in these streets. Shit.
Hey, that motherfucker's real. I be looking at niggas like, hey, where that bump come from? Hold on. You craving a banana or what?
What other questions you got, Tyler, about the show? That's a good show.
Well,
I'm about to tune in.
It is a good show. There's a last part that was very interesting to me about the show. For one, Jalen's family, right? His father has like 4 baby mamas. All his siblings come from different women, but they all from the same father. That. But all of his siblings, like they all grew up together, like they all cool with each other. So he's seen a situation where while they're not married, like he was still able to be raised by his parents, by both of them. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I feel like he felt like it's cool to just, let's just do the baby thing. You know what I'm saying? But what's crazy is after the episode over, there was another couple on the show. And the dude had his parents been married. This dude proposed to his girl. I mean, did a hell of a proposal and everything. So I just asked to you, do you feel as though the family dynamic do you feel as though your family dynamic plays a part in how you've seen relationships so far?
You talking to both of us?
I'm talking about.
He asked the question again.
Yeah, we're on the short bus.
How do you feel like your family dynamics have affected the way you move in a relationship?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Bitch.
We'll let Khadijah go first.
Yeah, go Khadijah.
Oh, absolutely. I am a product. So I'm adopted, and so my egg and sperm donor were a horrible connection. My egg donor was a fucking drug addict, whether we want to name that or not. She was addicted to drugs. And my sperm donor was the drug seller, right? So that relationship happened. We can kind of gamble on how the fuck that unfolded. Wow. So their connection, as I gotten older, I realized like, that's not love. That's not what I want. Absolutely not. Then I go from that, right? Hearing a little bit of that. Then the woman who I refer to as my mother has never had like, how can I say this? She's never had a husband. And I say this to say like, she's always been with someone, but it's never been a lifetime. Or she's had people, but it's been like, oh, he's married and he sees her on the side type of shit. And so I've seen relationships that are like broken and not fully established. And I've also seen how that impacts kids, right? Like the trauma and the things and how that unfolds for kids. And I want to traumatize my kids, but not like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like I want to traumatize them with ass whoopings. You know what I mean? My mom was so strict, I couldn't do shit. That's the trauma I want to give my kids. And I also think, like, for me, I need that foundation. I need a partner in crime. And so hence why I'm not about like just, having kids with just anybody, because that you're impacting the future. You're impacting the world. Yeah. Like you're putting more hurt and more pain and more like suffering out there. And that's not how I move. So I'm very intentional about who I'm together with. I need to be together with somebody who's emotionally, intelligent, because I haven't had that.
You want your kids to grow up seeing a mom and dad together.
Yeah, and I'm tired of I think us as a people, we don't see that enough. Yeah. Right? Like, it's crazy. I had back to school night for my students, and I saw a lot of moms and dads showing up. And I was beautiful. Like, hey, that's what the beautiful. Fuck I'm talking. But it's crazy. I've taught for 5 years, and this is the first time I'm seeing it in such large numbers. Which is sad, because that tells me, yes, we're making a change, but then all those years before, those kids haven't been. And it's not to say those kids are not going to come out amazing, but there's some shit that they're going to have to work out when they get older, and it's not fair.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, for me, I never really, me and Khadijah, I feel like we low-key in the same boat. Because, my mom, I wasn't alive long enough to ever see you with a man. So, so I never really seen like a marriage that was in my household. It was always like my cousins. So like I seen it from like outside. So I didn't really feel like a connection to it. So like I just always was like, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna make sure I have a mom and dad in the house. Like I want to make sure my kid grows up to see that, because I never seen it. I grew up with my grandma, and my uncle. So like it's just like something that I never experienced. So I want my kids to experience that. That's why I think that's why marriage is important to me. Because I want my kids to like, that's one of the reasons, because I want my kids to see a mom and dad when they wake up in the morning to get breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Like at the wedding and stuff, when my daughter gets married, walking down the aisle, where the parents at the table together.
Right, not separate tables. Them motherfuckers don't talk, so you gotta put them on different ends and shit.
Man.
Tyler, you a lucky one, bro. You a lucky one.
Nah, man, I definitely feel blessed. But I feel like I've seen every different parts of marriage, man. Like, of course, my parents, ironically, they know ironically, my parents was high school sweethearts. So were mine.
Oh, and, really?
Yeah, my parents, they met in Philly and back in high school. And I've been able to witness their relationship. So now for me, it's not even like, I know marriage is important, but I feel like I've learned how to maneuver through it, like to see and it's just seeing what parts I'll take, what parts I'm gonna let them keep that. You know what I'm saying? I've also seen some nasty divorces. I mean, I feel a lot of us have, but like I feel like I've really seen some of my friends, like their parents been married and they're just go through some shit, and I'm just like, or even just seeing people like men I've looked up to been in marriage, but then just like the older they gotten, niggas just seem like they go crazy. So I feel like I've just been able to like really learn from a lot of that, and just for me realizing, I feel like the most important thing to me is my relationship with my wife. Like when I'm looking into like having children, like even though as important as the kids are, as a man, I feel like my goal would be really focusing on my wife, like as important as the children are. Cause I feel like that relationship, if you have a strong relationship with your wife, then the kids, it all just trickles down from there. I feel like that would be my goal from what I witnessed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of dudes, like even watching the show, you put so much into wanting a kid when there's a woman right here that's like, is your life. This woman is your life. This woman breathes life into you. And it's like, why not treat her with as much respect, as much love as you would a child? Like, I don't know how much sense this makes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I definitely feel like I'm definitely lucky. And hopefully I can keep that, just build on it. That's all I can try to do.
Knock on wood.
I don't know if even this is real. Wood.
Not with the wooden coaster. Bad fancy and shit.
But yeah, Sweet Life, man. Y'all, hey, you got 2 seasons.
I gotta
now,
tune
man.
in. That sounds really good.
Show. Shout out to
okay, but when does season 2 come out?
That was season 2.
That was season 2. That was the end of season 2. So you got 2 seasons to watch. But it's 30 minutes. Okay. It's 30-minute show. So it ain't like, you know what I'm saying?
Is it different people every season?
Nah, it's the same. So they added some people in season 2, and one of the dudes left from season 1, but that's because his business like blew up. He was just real busy. Hopefully he come back for season 3.
I remember seeing clips from the last season. Some dude showed
up.
I'm about to tune in.
Yeah, there's this dude Jordan. There's a dude Jordan who kind of got this thing with this girl Brianna, and I feel like Jordan gonna come back for season 3 because Brianna just broke up with this nigga she was talking to, and at the end of season 2. Anyway.
Let's hope
Damn. Okay.
I'm saying with the way HBO moving right now, let's hope we get a season 3 because HBO's been that merger. They got this new merger with Discovery. They've been cutting shit.
And shout out to Rap Shit. Damn. Shout out to Rap Shit too.
Rap Shit goes crazy. I fuck with it.
Did it get better?
It's been good.
I think.
I feel like
yeah. I don't. My thing is they get less like phonish.
Okay.
Does that mean?
Yeah, I
know there's less.
Yeah.
There's less reference to social media. Now, what I respect about it is that they're basing this off of City Girls, but City Girls are getting a cut.
Yeah, they're executive producers. I seen that.
Yeah, so I'm like, I like that. I think Coach P is on there.
Oh, my bad. One thing, can I? This is one question I got from Rap Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cause little light skinned nigga couldn't handle his girl being in the motherfucking spotlight. You know what I'm talking about, Khadijah?
Oh, you talking about her boyfriend in law school?
The boyfriend in New York. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my God.
Don't tell me. Let's not spoil it for her, brother. I want to see it.
He a piece of shit. I'm gonna need you to step away.
I knew it wasn't. Spoiling last week.
Yeah, you're right. Just let it go. Just shoot it. Just shoot it. Shoot it out.
No, it's a minor scene, right? But Brent Faiyaz is in the show. Shout out to Brent Faiyaz.
Good for him.
And she's having a conversation with Brent because she was like, "Yo, that's Brent Faiyaz." Like they literally just had sex to the nigga music the night before. So she's like, "Yo, this is crazy. Like this Brent Faiyaz." She having a conversation with him. She telling him she an artist, and then she tell her boyfriend if he could take the picture of them two. You know what I'm saying? And wow. No, but look.
Hey, can you take this quick?
But look. At the end of the day, though, you still with her. Like, you need to put your pride aside. Like, that's just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, my thing, but go ahead, Jalen.
Unless he a legend, I ain't taking the picture.
That's petty as fuck.
But check this.
No. But here's the thing. Unless he a legend, that was Brent Faiyaz, and she's an upcoming artist. I'm like, hey, man, this man gonna be around my girl a little bit too much. He's low key a threat. But I understand. Oh my
God, Jalen's
but I'm saying,
fuck,
I'm saying is, I understand where this man's pettiness is coming from.
But let me tell you what he does. Now the whole night,
would I be mad? No.
The whole night he been recording them and taking pictures. Now, mind you, he's kind of probably feeling petty because most of the time he's kind of the one being successful. So I feel like he hating ass nigga. But
that's what I thought it was.
Power dynamic.
I'm gonna tell you what this nigga do that's fucked up. Nigga takes the picture. She turns around to say like bye to Brent. She turned around. This nigga gone.
This episode is brought to you by Canva. Canva is a graphic design platform used to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, documents, and other visual content. The app includes templates for users to use to design whatever they want for the free. The platform is free to use, but also offers a paid subscription, Canva Pro, which will unlock an even larger library of graphics, images, templates, and videos to add to your designs. So please tap the link in the description and get started.
He left?
Yeah,
all right, that's ridiculous.
I just feel my thing
That's
with him.
Petty. That's petty.
My thing with him in the show is I just feel like he's super petty and it's super like I'm the big shot. And I think now that he has to share that light, like, hey, you're not the only motherfucker kind of getting shit jumping. Yeah. He doesn't like it.
He forced it. Like I understand being upset about it. Like you say to her after, like, hey, I didn't really like having to take the picture. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not your cameraman. Like that's understanding feeling a way about it. But you don't leave. Why are you leaving? She ain't fucking breath. She ain't fucking breath my ass.
The biggest thing.
Shit, she could be.
The biggest thing.
She might as well now. Shit, the nigga done left.
I tell you what, the biggest thing that I've seen that I've learned from Jay-Z. The biggest thing I've learned from Jay-Z. You gotta know when to play the background. Like you gotta know when to be there for sure. Background.
For sure.
Hey, he does a really good job with Beyonce. I'm not gonna hold you. They're not fighting. Do you know what I mean?
Never.
Like when they're out, it's just like, hey, if you vibing, I'm vibing.
Yeah.
She's like, moment, if you vibe, you know what I mean?
When it's her moment, it's her moment. You know what I'm saying? At the Met Gala, that nigga was in the back. Yeah. Even though he's Jay-Z, he like, I know who I am, but shit. See, ain't nobody here to take pictures of me. I'm in the back. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. What's the album release party? I got my white cocaine suit on. This is her night.
This nigga is white cocaine.
Yo, honestly, ain't nothing better than celebrating your woman. That's so cool. You just sitting back and watching. See, the only thing I have an issue is the taking picture thing. One, I don't like taking pictures.
Yeah, Jalen, you're not that
I
good.
got a formula. You gotta be bad at it, but always volunteer. So just take hella pictures and all types of angles the first time and just keep going. Even when she says,
that's what I do.
Just keep
that's
taking
what
pics.
I do.
So then she like, you know what? I don't even want to ask this nigga no more because this nigga do too much. And I don't even like have these pictures. I be like, shit, I tried. I don't know what you want.
Okay, so you're gonna tell me I'm gonna still get the picture. I'm gonna ask somebody else. You're not gonna feel no type of way?
Nah,
man. That's someone else to take the picture.
If you ask somebody else to take it, I ain't gonna feel no type of way.
I know it'd be better.
That's dumb.
And all I gotta do is make sure the nigga don't take the phone.
Here's my thing. The first time, if I feel a way about it, I'd say like, hey, I don't really like doing that. Let's find someone to like take pictures for you. Like, let's invite another person when we go out to these things to take the pic, and they could take the pictures. I don't like do it. I'd rather stand to the side and watch you get pictures taken. I don't want to be the cameraman.
Now, mind you, the situation was they just got put on the Spotify playlist, and they got 2 passes to this Spotify party plus like a journal pass, some pass to get in for free. So it was 3 tickets, pretty much. It was them 2, and then she asked her boyfriend to come. So it's like,
no, I understand that. I mean,
but sometimes it's just like nigga play your part.
I'm saying I can understand being upset about it.
I don't think he does a good job at playing his part though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like he's horrible at paying his part.
You don't leave. If you feel a way about it, you say something about after the event. But you don't leave. That's some bitch shit. That's some weak nigga shit.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. And it's like your ego is very fragile and you should probably tighten that up.
Yeah. That's weak. That's
a fucking picture. I'm not tonguing the nigga down. It's a fucking pic.
Yeah, like if you really feel a way about it, talk about it after. Like, hey,
it would be different if I'm like, take the pic. Hey, Brett, grab my ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if we're doing some shit like that.
Yeah.
But if it's like a cute little PG little bop.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
I just hope all my niggas listening to this, right? Just remember the ego is that's some shit we got as men. We got to contain. Man. And we talked about it last week, but that's some real shit we got to work on.
Me personally, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'll take the picture.
Fair.
I'm just bad at it. My thing is, I wouldn't like to do it because I know I'm bad at taking pictures. That's why I'd be upset. Hey, babe, I don't want to mess you up, because I'm bad at it.
I got too many hugs.
But I'd have been like, hey, man, can I get in the picture with you, Brett?
That's what I'd want to do.
Hey.
You do a selfie or something? I want to be in it.
My thing is, I would have been like, hey, babe, do you want to take a selfie? And then because I think maybe that's what it was. Let's hit a selfie. And then,
but honestly, a lot of time when it's Facebook, you get one shot. I got it with Ice Cube. I got one shot with Ice Cube.
If I just had sex Ice Cube, I got one music, shot.
That's all I got.
If I just had sex to his music, I gotta be like, hey, bro, I truly appreciate you, man.
Can I get one too? That's what I'd ask. I wouldn't be.
Hey, but that's what I'm saying. But like something, you know what I mean?
Bro, you just helped me get some coochie last night.
Or look at,
hey, bro, hey, I'm talking about. I want to hit that Chris Brown shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Chris is like really giving it to niggas.
Oh,
That's what I'm looking
Can
for.
we talk about Chris Brown's freaking?
He's really giving it to niggas. He's like, hey, you spent the G?
Oh, you know, my bad.
I got you.
He do it. He
Shout
do
out to
prom
Chris
pics
Brown
and
for that.
whatnot. Did you see
fire.
Kevin Hart? You see Kevin Hart interrupting?
Hey, that girl, I would have been pissed. I would have been like, so am I going to get my picture now or what?
I would have been hyped, but I'm a Kevin Hart fan, so I'll be like, come
on! No, I'm not. He's not funny to me. So.
What's one star that would have you completely starstruck besides Beyonce?
Duh. You know, fun fact, I can't cry for Beyonce. She doesn't like that. So if I meet her, I have to act like fucking normal as shit. Damn. Which is like really.
Who else besides Beyonce?
She actually doesn't
like
that.
All lose our mind.
All right, it's two people.
All right,
actually, hold on, because I feel weird. I feel weird saying that. I feel like
no, it's not a judgment. It's what is it? Judgment-free place.
Yeah, come on, man.
A safe place to shoot the shit.
I like
three
that.
people.
I like that.
3 people.
Okay, who's the 3?
I'm gonna start with a woman. Okay.
Sanaa
Lathan. That's been
okay.
That's been my
Okay.
Yeah,
you lose your shit. You're like, oh my god, it's
it's either.
I don't like how you.
My bad. I got 4.
I don't like how you hitting that bass. He's
I got 4. Respectfully, Sanaa, Ari Lennox. I might just be like.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, I'm surprised Ari ain't on here.
I was gonna say Tyler was losing his fucking mind for Ari Lennox.
Now, of J. Cole.
I'd lose my motherfucking shit if I seen. Oh,
hey,
shit!
There's one last person. I've been a big fan of this man since I was a child. Allen Iverson.
Is he gonna? Hey, bro, that's a good one.
Y'all don't understand.
Shoot,
I had the Allen Iverson whole jersey with the I-3s. I would run around the basketball court, just shooting, diving to the ground for no reason. I was all over the place, nigga. What?
Nah, that's a good list.
I lose my shit for Dwayne Wade. I had the sneakers. I have 2 jerseys till this day. I have 2 Dwayne Wade. I have a Dwayne Wade shirt on right now. Dwayne Wade, my favorite basketball player of all time. If I were to run into Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, I'd lose my motherfucking mind.
Would you push Gabrielle Union out the way?
No, I'd hug them both. I'm like, can we do a group hug or something? I love you both.
Oh my god!
I'd lose my. So Gabrielle Union,
light skin assassin though, right?
Yo, Gabrielle Union.
Come on, bring in the hug.
Bring it in. Oh my god, bring it in.
Damn, I don't know.
I'd also lose my shit for Kendrick and Drake and J. Cole. All 3 of them. If I would have,
I know mine.
I feel like if it was Drake, I'd be chill. I'd be a little chill with Drake.
I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's ever since he started wearing those bobos. I'm like, oh, this nigga's from around the way.
Yeah,
he's a regular ass.
He got a face tattoo. He going through a midlife crisis.
Yeah. I think so. Mine would definitely be Beyonce, top like number one.
Of course.
I would have to say, fuck, I just had it. Oh, Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
I would fucking die. I just feel like she smells good. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I just imagine all these people smell nice.
Rihanna, she's a fellow Pisces.
Damn.
Yeah. So I would ask her like, bitch, how did you fucking do it? Like, how do I navigate?
Honestly, I'd be afraid to meet Rihanna. I'd be scared.
Why?
I'd faint.
Why would you be scared, Jalen? Rihanna?
Because Rihanna's.
I have sex to a lot of her music. That's a big fact.
She's a bop. I need her to drop something new.
I'm saying Rihanna is a different type of fine.
That's like
intimidating.
That's like
Beyonce is like a goddess.
Rihanna, don't look her in the eyes.
Yeah, I feel like.
Hey, okay, yeah, I can see that.
Rihanna will make me scared to look at her. Beyonce is like, I'm not gonna help but stare at her. But Rihanna, I'll be scared to look at her. I'm gonna.
Rihanna be like, oh, nigga, you see that? Oh shit,
that's Rihanna.
You just looking away like oh.
And then fourth. Who would my fourth be?
I'm gonna take
I think my fourth would have to be
Chestnut, Morris Chestnut. I just threw it day by day. I'm sorry.
Nah, Jada lose her mind. I'd have to snuff Morris Chestnut because the way Jada.
My bad.
My fourth one. Well, he's not alive, but I would have loved to met Chadwick. His energy just seems like so like he seems like, hey, I'm at the coffee shop. Hey, I'm gonna pay for her shit. You know what I mean? He seems like such a cool guy and like so like at ease. But I would have really like to have like
Jay, you know who I'd have to snuff if I saw him?
Who?
Oh,
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Michael B. Jordan, go get these
Morris
hands.
Chestnut.
I know he been in Creed. He probably can't box at this point, but I get knocked
out.
I'd have to.
Why would you hit him?
That's my wife's crush.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it used to be Shannon
Tatum. Your wife got good ass taste.
You know how
I still watch Creed now.
Fuck that. I take that back. Chris Evans, Captain America. God damn it.
That's what I'm telling you right now.
That is the white man that I will, yes, massa, for any day.
That is one good-looking white man. Chris Evans was a good-looking white man.
Good-looking, and he's from Massachusetts.
Yep,
good-looking white man. God damn, he's fine.
Yes, massa.
Woo. Man, yes, massa. I'll wash that nigga's feet, okay? Oh, man.
Not wash his feet. I lose.
Not Mary, man.
A white person, I lose my shit for. A white woman, I lose my shit for. I'm gonna tell you right now. If we gonna go white people, I'm gonna tell you right now. If we gonna go white people, Scarlett Johansson.
Hey, she's bad. She's bad.
Is fine.
We in this conversation. Here we go. And now make sure. Now I'm terrible with names now. I just want to make sure this is the right
that bitch from Around the Way. Tyler.
What's she in?
Star Wars. Natalie Portman. Is that it?
Oh, yeah, that's Natalie.
That old ass bitch.
She
Whoa! Don't you disrespect Padme? Padme. Did you see her in Thor? Did you see her in the new Thor? She
getting up there.
Look. I just talking about Padme. I'm talking about Padme. White woman.
Oh, back in the younger days. She's the same age
as
Scarlett
trying to act.
There's a couple though. Let me not say that.
She is.
What's Shorty from Easy A?
Emma.
Oh, Emma Stone. She's hilarious.
She got no lips.
Yeah, but she look like she take black dick though.
I'm done with my white women. That's it for me. I'm gonna just cut it off right now.
She do.
Oh,
Chris Evans is the only man that I'm washing feet for. You know what I mean?
I got one more white woman, Hillary Duff. That's one fine white woman.
Hey, unproblematic. Unproblematic. Walking this earth just white and right. Yep. You know what I mean?
Lizzie McGuire. Good old Lizzie McGuire.
She been fine since I was 8.
Lizzie.
When she lost the baby fat, I was like, oh, Lizzie McGuire, a different woman now. She ain't a child.
She's grown. She's grown.
And she got.
I would say let's talk black. I would say let's talk black women, but that will go on forever. And,
yeah, sure will.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah, that go on to the end of time. There's too many.
Forever. Lupita.
A black woman's the only reason I'm watching The Sandman. A black woman's the only reason I'm watching The Sandman on Netflix.
Tyler scared the shit out of me. He screamed.
Yo, Lupita fine too, bro. Lupita.
Hey, I like Lupita because she has that like cocoa butter fine. Yeah. Like you just know everything she uses earthy, but it's together. And when I mean earthy, I mean like her pits might not be shaved. The legs might be a little stubble. But it's like a good look for her. You know what I mean?
There's no hair on Lupita's body. That woman is hairless.
From what you see. Baby oil is a motherfucker.
No, you're right.
Let me tell you.
You're right.
Baby oil a motherfucker. That really slicks some shit down.
When I fully fell in love with Lupita was in Black Panther in the beginning when she was dancing on the boat. I was like, oh, she's shaking it.
She's shaking.
She vibe. That's what took me over the edge. I was like, oh.
Now she's shaking it. I'm fucking
She
dead.
was. You ever see them do the African dances? Them dances.
I hate that.
I'm gonna tell you, even the old women be doing it. It's a different story.
Hey.
My wife be wanting to go see African dance performances. So anytime she's like, yo, there's one in DC. I'm like, shit, I'm right there with you. What you talking about?
I'm down.
That's hilarious.
I hate y'all so much. I really do.
Oh man, anything else we talk about today? Khadijah, you put something on Instagram. You sent us a video a couple of days ago.
Okay.
The premise was interesting. The premise of the video was pretty much like,
I'll be right back.
There's some men out. All right, go ahead and do your thing. There's some men out here that prefer to be around men but they just like coochie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real life shit though.
I didn't find this to be
amusing.
I didn't find this to be anything that was like I didn't realize that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I feel like women, there's a lot of women out there that do the same thing though. Am I wrong?
Okay, I can see it being both ways for sure. I think I don't know. I think some guys, it's just like you like your male counterparts way more than me. But it's not like you're always hanging around Jalen. It's like damn, well, so what you and Jalen are, you know what I mean? It's just, it's something that's like exceeds like regular shit.
I get what you
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, hey, like, I don't know. It's like it's beyond a bromance. It's like a bromance to a next level.
I see your perspective.
Do you know what I mean? And I don't know how to name it because thankfully I've never encountered this, but like, it's just like an unhealthy, like, you like that nigga a little too much. But you're not gonna leave because you like coochie, you know?
How is life outside of work for you nowadays?
Oh man,
me?
Yeah.
Life is cool, you know. There's a friend, he's great. He's also a teacher, so that's new for me.
Oh, y'all can relate.
I want to marry up, and I think the up God is gonna go is like he teaches secondary, I teach elementary.
You married sideways. That's not terrible.
No, it's not terrible, but it's just like, like what the fuck?
It's like your income's doubled, if things turn out the right way.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he's really nice. He's really nice, but yeah.
That's an interesting thing, right? I've heard you say you want to marry up multiple times, and I appreciate that. That is a great idea.
I'm being honest.
Would you prefer? Because now, I mean, up can mean different things. Because there could be dudes out here that may make less, but they know how to work their money. You know what I'm saying? It could out here that make more, but they spend very frivolous and lack the self-control, self-discipline. But I feel like you can weed that nigga out quick though.
Oh, absolutely. Especially down here. They're very into like flashiness. So when I say like I'm looking to marry up, I'm actually not looking to be with somebody that has like the Mercedes, the Beamer or things like that, because that's a red flag. One, it's either leased or it's rented. And it's like, hey, that's not the vibe I'm going for. I'm looking for somebody with a Chevy. You know what I mean? I'm looking for somebody with a Honda.
Fiscally
you know what
responsible.
I mean? Maybe an Acura since you want to like, do a little something. And I'm looking for somebody who's like has a good job. And it doesn't have to be like a teacher. You can be a carpenter, an electrician. Like as long as you have a good job.
Shout out to the welders.
You know what I mean?
Imagine Khadijah marrying a millionaire who drives a 99 Honda Accord.
Hey, we in that bitch on sport, okay? Sports.
I'd be like, hey brother, you can get another car. Nah, bro.
You could at least upgrade to a one in this decade.
Nah, we good. We spinning the block.
One from this decade at least.
Nah, we're living life.
How's this?
Yeah, I mean, but
I'm glad.
I don't know. I'm also like trying to not self-sabotage, which my therapist says I do often.
I feel you on that.
She's like, you know what I mean? Because it's so like, this shit going a little too good. What you doing? Why are you here? You know what I mean? So just, I've been like vibing. And he's also a Pisces, a March Pisces at that. So like we're literally like the same. So when I'm feeling petty, he's also feeling
petty.
It's
interesting you say you feel like you self-sabotage because I don't want to take nothing I don't want you to take nothing I say disrespectfully. Now a lot of these niggas, at least the niggas in Houston you're talking to really ain't shit. So what does self-sabotage what does you self-sabotage look like if you don't mind me asking? I feel like you niggas just mess and drop in the bag. But
so it's a lot of that, but it's like I'll make something that's like really not that deep a bigger deal, or like I've messed up on potential connections. Now it's not to say we getting married tomorrow, but I think I've messed up on potential connections because I've been like, that's not nothing, or I've been so into the like, oh, he's 5'2" and not 6 foot. You know what I mean? Gotcha. I self-sabotage in the sense of like I don't let things happen. And it's like, hey, if it's gonna go left, let us both go left. Or you know what I mean? Like I think I have a control issue, which my friend has also named. And we've had like a little spat about that. But my sense of like wanting to control shit, I think goes back to like my relationship dynamics. Right? Like what I've seen is like, oh, you just let these motherfuckers just do whatever the fuck they want, and that's why shit goes left. So I want to control everything, but I think ultimately I just need to feel like I don't need to control it because you got it under control. Does that make sense?
But in order to do that, you gotta let go.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that's a motherfucker.
You gotta let go of the will.
Let me tell me, like, ooh,
let go.
That's a motherfucker.
Let that nigga. Let
go. It's hard. It's hard as shit.
Let go. I'm sorry.
I hate Tyler so much.
I love that song. Let go. Let go.
Hey, let go and let go.
That's a beautiful thing. Child. You know, yeah, that's beautiful. Jay, how's life going for you outside of work?
Fucking bitches getting money.
Jay gonna be like, I don't want to talk about it. All right, that's enough though.
I don't want to talk about it.
Damn, Jalen.
That's 2 weeks in a row, fam. This is a podcast where people get the
Nah, we gonna loop back in with Jay because this is red flagish.
Yeah, we gotta loop back with you, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say, man, life's been good. I can't lie. But it's been good in the sense of like everything I talked about, I like put myself in uncomfortable situations, the stuff I was doing a couple months before. Slowly feel like starting to come into fruition. Now the thing is I need to make a decision. I got to make grown man decisions at this point because all the work I've done has put me like giving me chances like for better opportunities. I just got to decide on which direction I want to go. And so I'm in the process of it's job choices, y'all. I ain't gonna get no. I'm in the process of picking like I don't know which one is short term gain or long term gain, and I don't know which one is which because one is like they're throwing a lot of stuff at me that looks really good, but I feel like they doing me dirty on the back end. But then it's like I feel like I put this on my resume, and that's huge. But also this other company they really been showing me like respect the whole time. Like they get back to me quickly. They been saying they want me, excited to have me on board. It's just a smaller company, but they gave me the bag. Now the other bag is nice too, but this is a bag that I know like in the long term, like I ain't really gonna be tripping about really much. Like I know me and my wife gonna be taken care of. So I'm just like
just gotta make the decision.
Man. Yeah, I just gotta make a decision. But I'm still not done with negotiations. Whenever, the next job y'all get, just make sure you negotiate. I'm talking to the listeners, or whoever. You have to negotiate. Like you have to at least try. Because these people ain't finna give you what you want from the jump.
What'd you say? Absolutely not. I was going to say, I think I've negotiated at my jobs. I think I've gotten it prior. So when I was still back home, I was able to get a little something. But here, I wasn't able to get it. But I will say it feels good after the fact. because then I feel like they know you know your worth, so they're gonna step to you with that energy.
Yeah.
So even though you might not get it in the moment or right then and there, at least they will have more respect for you because it's like, oh, you know your worth and you're not gonna step. You're gonna step by that worth, if that makes sense.
Sometimes,
and at least from what I've seen, from what I've found, at least within my industry, it's harder to get what you worth once after you sign that paper. So like you gotta make sure you get as much as you can before signing that you're gonna work for them. Because once you in, it's kind of like it just seem a bit
you locked
slow.
in.
Yeah.
Now also it's like I'm sure I could do better. I'm sure maybe I could but I feel like I have to do above and beyond in order for folk to be like, hey, bro, you know, yeah, you gonna let me get you some more money. And I'm just like, I don't know if that's it, but we'll see how it go. Either way, life's good. I truly can't complain, man. I truly can't. It's been beautiful. Yeah. Well, with that being said, now Jay, I'm gonna come back to you, bro. What's up with you?
Yeah. Let's just end the show.
All right, man. You already know what it is. I forgot to say this in the beginning. I gotta keep reminding myself to say it in the beginning. Make sure you subscribe to the No Clearance YouTube. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you leave us a 5-star on. If you listen on the podcast, leave us a 5-star rating. Leave us a review. Also, for those listening, we have a link to a survey to help us figure out what we need to do to add to the podcast.
To keep bringing that heat.
Keep bringing that heat. So please make sure you fill out the survey. It's the No Clearance Podcast, y'all. Stay blessed. Stay black. Peace.
Peace.